Well everyone, following up from my video yesterday about Dejon apparently sending flirty texts to ALIMA, ALIMA has responded with a video on her TikTok in which she basically denies that this ever happened. Let's have a watch of her video.
Hello gorgeous people, I was actually not going to address this at all because it just does not make sense at all, but I thought I would come in here and just let you guys know that me and Dejon are just friends. We've always been friends. He's basically like my older brother, and yeah, we've not been flirting at all, so I genuinely don't know where that information has came from. It's totally fake news. I genuinely don't even have the time in my life right now to sit flirting with a guy over text messages, never mind someone who's got a girlfriend. That is completely out of my character. So yeah, I thought I would come in here and just set the record straight. That is fake news.
Now obviously there she admits that her and Dejon are in touch anyway because he is like her big brother. I wasn't aware that they had such a close relationship. I recall them being friendly in the villa, but I didn't recall it being anything beyond that. But then I don't hang out with these people, so why would I know this? So according to her, there's no flirty messages. He hasn't been texting her flirty messages, and that's kind of that. So I am questioning now this whole story, of course, and I do wonder, Emma started it all off, and we know Emma is a fire starter. But what did Emma see that made her raise this issue in the first place? Because I know Emma is dubious, but it would seem to me rather odd that she saw something and decided that what she saw was worthy of making a video about. Because if it wasn't, why would she bother? You know, you just think, well, if it was just a message from Dejon to ALIMA saying, "Hi, hope you're doing okay," that's not a flirty message. So I just wonder, what did Emma see that made her escalate it to this point? Because if it's just an out-and-out lie, that she saw absolutely nothing, there was nothing flirty, she just decided to make something of it, then that is not a good reflection of her character. And I think Emma needs to also clarify what she saw, because that would be very helpful in this situation. But for now, I can only go with the information I've been given. I don't have access to ALIMA's phone or Dejon's phone, and I never will. And I will never see these messages. And ALIMA and Dejon, they don't have to show us the messages if they don't want to. And that's the problem with the whole message thing, isn't it? Because you remember in All Stars, we had that whole message scandal with Grace and Olivia saying, "I've seen these texts that Grace has sent saying she's going to win, blah, blah, blah." And we never saw those actual texts. Olivia never revealed what she'd seen, and Grace never revealed the texts herself. But they would have been on Grace's phone had they been in existence, and we never discovered the end of that mystery. And the mystery could be they never existed, but again, we were never specifically told that, you know, it was absolutely conclusive they didn't exist. So we're never going to know what happened here. However, I do want to say, and I want to be a man about it, and say, if what I reported was completely and utterly false, then I do apologise. I apologise to Dejon, I apologise to ALIMA. If it's completely and utterly false, then yes, I should have never reported it. Having said that, I wasn't to know, was I? I can only go by what I'm told and what I read from other sources. I'm not a reporter chasing these people down. I don't go to their fancy parties. I don't hang out at premieres to try and ask them questions. So I wouldn't know any more than the average Joe. I have to say, my video was based on Dejon's past behaviour. And, you know, that's also was part of what I went on, i.e. that he did that in the villa, and anyone who watches the show can't blame that on bad editing. We all saw him being in a relationship with Meg and flirting with other girls whenever he went on dates with other girls. So, you know, I'm like, well, we did see that. We can't say, oh, the editors cut it to make it look like he was flirting. No, he definitely did. Billy Kiss confirmed it, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's not all completely out of the realms of possibility that he has been doing this kind of stuff. But obviously, I have no evidence to back that up. I cannot prove that. And I thought that maybe this was perhaps evidence of that, but it looks like it's a cul-de-sac. And if ALIMA's denied it and he's denied it, that's what we can go on. I've got no other thing to go on really, have I? So there we go. I've apologised, and we'll see what comes out of this situation. Maybe we'll get some more clarification from Emma. I would like to hear from Emma and see what she has to say. What did you see, Emma? That kicked this whole thing off, that ended up being published by The Sun. What did you see? I would love to know. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later for another video.